All right, everyone, happy Friday afternoon. I'm King 5 Meteorologist Adam Claibon. Heat's already beginning to build here later today, and we could make a run at a few daily records today. I think we might stay shy, but it's really a foretelling of what's going to be around here heading into the weekend, because the heat will continue to climb here for your Saturday, Sunday, and into your Monday. And we have first alert weather days for that reason for those days, and not quite so today yet, but yeah, we're almost in that window. So let's go ahead and get into it, because first alert weather days, yeah, are going to be in effect for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. You can see the times right there, 2 p.m. on Saturday until 8 p.m. on Monday. That's when the heat advisory will be in effect for, and we do expect abrupt heating, and it's going to be quite a bit more than what we've been seeing here the past few days, including today. And don't forget, the water still going to be pretty cold, so if you're going to get into the water, make sure you have some sort of protective gear on, and maybe limit your time in the water, because it's going to be a bit of a shock going from the high heat that's in the air to the cold water that we're expecting to still be in place here across the region. And we do expect, yes, some possible record highs to be around as far as some of those daily numbers here as we go over the next few days. And for the particular areas, we're talking about Puget Sound, the Kitsap Peninsula, the coast, and also parts of Southwest Interior. Maybe more of Southwest Interior and more of South Sound gets the brunt of this heat, where we have the best opportunity of maybe seeing possibly highs in the 90s. So let's go ahead and take a look what's happening out there right now. Westport, clear skies, just a few of those very high thin clouds in place, but it's overall a pretty beautiful day, especially if you're out here closer to the coast. La Push, you can see the sunshine and the water that's glistening with the sunshine right now. Even up into the mountains, we're starting to warm up. I'm sure we're going to see quite a bit of snow melt here over the next few days too. You can see Paradise looking beautiful, and we'll see how much snow we still have around after this stretch of heat that we're expecting, not only just this weekend, but also into next week too, up here at Stevens Pass. Beautiful look right now at Granite Falls here early into your Friday afternoon. And looking live as we look here in Seattle, we're going to see a high up around 81 degrees. Now we expect that temperatures continue to climb over the weekend. Sunny and very warm tomorrow in the mid 80s. Just here in Seattle, again, there could be a few spots in the upper 80s, and then sunny and hot heading into Sunday. And Monday might even be the hottest day for a few of us as we head into that time. It will be dependent upon cloud coverage. We'll talk about that here in a second, but temperatures, you can definitely tell there's a big difference now along the west coast. Still seeing 60s right there along the immediate coastline for California, like in San Francisco and also down into Los Angeles. More of the valley areas, they're beginning to heat up, and then now in Portland, we're at 80 degrees, 77 in Seattle. And check out the change from at this point yesterday. We're up by 7, 8, 9, 10 degrees, even 13 out there along the coast. So yesterday we were only seeing those numbers up by about 3 or 4 or 5 degrees. So you can tell a lot more of a warm up today with high pressure moving on in. And as far as your current temperatures, most spots right now sitting in the upper 70s, but we do have a few 80s out there right now in Chehalis and in Shelton, 81 and 82 degrees. And another change from yesterday too, our winds, they're not coming from as much off of the coast or off of the Pacific Ocean. We're starting to see that change now beginning to take place. So as opposed to our winds coming in from off of the Pacific Ocean, coming from this direction right here, you're starting to see it come in from the opposite direction, coming more so off of the Cascades. So it's going to be coming more in this direction, especially once we head on into your Saturday, definitely Sunday and Monday. So let's take a look at the forecast for the rest of today. Again, we could have been up into the 80s, may stay just shy for today. The record at 81. If we hit that, of course, that will be tying a daily record out there at SeaTac Airport. But high pressure now moving overhead. We talked about yesterday how that sinking air is going to really trap the heat down at the surface, and that's going to be one of the big reasons why we are warming up so much here throughout today, tomorrow, Sunday, and also into Monday before it does start to lift up a little farther to the north, heading on into your Tuesday. Plus, we get area of low pressure that will be developing out here along more of the coast. That should help with some cloud development and also possibly some showers or storms that could help to cool us down too as we go deeper on into the week. So as far as what we were going to be dealing with as temperatures, yes, the highs are going to be in the mid to upper 80s, isolated lower 90s, and a lot of daily records will be within range. Like tomorrow, 85 is the record. Our forecast, 84 degrees. Upper 80s for Sunday and Monday. The record on Monday at 85, so good chance we might actually beat that record heading into Monday afternoon. May stay just shy on Sunday, and then you can see our numbers start to come back down as far as the forecast. The records kind of get a little hotter. By next Wednesday, nowhere near in reach as we top off only at 80. It looks like the record's at 90 degrees, so thankfully I'm not going to be hitting that. But still a long stretch of 80s ahead, and you can see big picture wise wise, we have that area of high pressure that's moving overhead, and there's plenty of sunshine to go along with that. Now, thankfully, this is not an excessive heat warning. We do have a heat advisory, so that's a little bit on a lower level than an excessive heat warning. But either way, we do expect, possibly for those of us who are maybe a little more sensitive to the heat, some specific or some specified heat illness could be playing a factor here. But this is going to last through 2 p.m. on Saturday until 8 p.m. heading into Monday. We already outlined the areas for you and could see again some lower 90s for some of those highs. Now here we go. As we look at your temperatures as we go throughout the rest of today, highs right around the 80-degree mark in a lot of spots. Then we cool down. We get enough cooling that we could possibly start off tomorrow morning in the 50s. So fairly comfortable. Then we get into the afternoon. We start to see that heat really crank up again. Maybe just a little high here on the models, but I think it gives you a good sense that we could see highs in the mid to upper 80s, and that will be pretty common here across a lot of the region. Then we're going to cool back down as we head on into the night. Probably not all of us in the 50s. There will be a few spots that hold on to the low 60s, and then we start to climb again heading into Sunday afternoon, which might be one of the hottest days for us, especially considering we'll see fewer cloud coverage on Sunday than what we're expecting heading into Monday. Then we start that cool down again before we start to warm back up into the upper 80s heading into Monday. A little more humidity and a little more stickiness too in the air heading into Monday afternoon. So it's today's forecast. A lot of 70s out there, but quite a range up there across some of our island communities. Oak Harbor only 67, Port Townsend only hitting 67 degrees, while interior spots like in Mount Vernon, Arlington, upper 70s, possibly low 80s around Linden as we go throughout the afternoon here on Friday. Then you go farther south, we'll see a few more of those 80s like in Redmond, Issaquah up to 83, North Bend 84, and that's something too I would say keep an eye out for. More of our eastern Puget Sound areas getting into the foothills. We could see more of those upper 80s, lower 90s for your Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as we get more of those downsloping winds. It's a warm wind, and it's going to heat us up quite a bit. Low 80s here across parts of South Sound, lots of sunshine, and then even out towards the coast, we'll see more of the same. Lows tonight dropping down into the mid and upper 50s, a couple of low 60s, but more of those are going to be around possibly early into Sunday morning and on into early Monday morning. And you can see those first alert weather days are sticking with us here for the next 3-day stretch for Saturday through Monday when that heat advisory will be in effect. We do expect to cool down later into next week, but there's still 80s in the forecast. So I would say summer is here to stay, but it's actually still technically spring. So we're getting a little bit of taste of summer before summer actually hits. But the warm weather, for those of you who are big fans of it, it's around, and it's going to be around for quite some time. So try to get out there and enjoy it, but also make sure to be careful and be wary of any of that cold water that might be around. Everybody, stay safe this weekend, stay cool, and we'll talk to you soon.